Hello everyone, you have come to TKIN News channel, the fastest and most accurate channel to update COVID-19 news. Please subscribe to the channel and press the notification bell to receive the latest news updates. Right here, we invite you to the main news section. Update on COVID-19 situation on the 10th of October. New strain of Delta variant appeared. Booster vaccination for people with weakened immune systems. NSW reaches 90% of first dose COVID-19 vaccination milestone. Victoria records 1890 new cases, 5 deaths. Victoria has recorded 1890 new locally acquired COVID-19 cases and 5 more deaths. The health department confirmed the new figures after the state broke the national record for the highest number of new daily infections on Saturday with 1965 cases. The number of lives lost during the outbreak has now risen to 85 and the death toll of the entire pandemic in Victoria is now 905. At least 578 positive COVID patients are in hospital in Victoria, with 117 of those in intensive care, including 83 cases on a ventilator. Despite the record levels of new cases, authorities have maintained the state's reopening roadmap remains on track with lockdown restrictions set to ease around October 26 when 70% of eligible Victorians aged 16 and older are fully vaccinated. As of Saturday, 85.6% of Victorians aged 16 and over had at least one dose of a COVID-19 vaccine and 57% were fully vaccinated. Premier Daniel Andrews committed to ending the lockdown as planned when the state reached 70% fully vaccinated. We are on track to meet the targets. We may be ahead of schedule, but I don't want any sense of complacency to creep in, he said last week. At this stage, I've got no advice that we have to alter anything on the roadmap. Department of Health Deputy Secretary Kate Matson said the state could reach 3,000 daily cases by the end of October. At this point in time, we are on track in terms of hospitalizations and new cases, she said. But I will remind you there is a middle line and an upper and lower band, and we are still within that band. New strain of Delta variant appeared. The emergence of a new strain of the Delta variant shows that although vaccination rates in Australia are increasing rapidly, the disease still has many potential risks. New South Wales state health officials say they have just discovered a new strain of the Delta variant that has never been seen in the state. In the context that the COVID-19 epidemic in this state is gradually being controlled, but the number of COVID-19 cases in the neighbouring state of Victoria continues to increase, the emergence of a new strain of the Delta variant shows that despite the vaccination rate in Vietnam, Australia is increasing rapidly, but the disease still has many potential risks. In a statement released, Ms. Kerry Chant, Health Director of New South Wales, Australia, said that the state has just detected 8 cases of a new strain of Delta variant that has never been seen in this state. Among them, 7 people are members of one family. However, apart from confirming that the new strain first appeared in the state of New South Wales, there has been no further information so far, and the authorities are still investigating to find out the origin of this new strain. Although nearly 90% of people aged 16 and over have received 1 dose of the vaccine and more than 70% of people have received 2 doses, this new information is attracting the attention of the New South Wales public when coming Monday, the blockade order, applied from June 26 to now, will be removed and many service establishments reopened. Booster vaccination for people with weakened immune systems. Australia's Health Minister Greg Hunt said that, on the advice of the country's vaccination experts, Australia decided to start from the beginning of next week to give a 3rd dose of COVID-19 vaccine to people with immune systems least. The booster vaccine for people with weakened immune systems will begin to be provided from next Monday. However, for now, booster shots are only available to people with weakened immune systems, about 500,000 people, to increase protection for this audience. In the next phase, the Immunisation Advisory Group will consider booster vaccination for the whole population, and an answer on this will be given before the end of October. The government's decision came after the country's Immunisation Advisory Group recommended the need for a 3rd dose of the COVID-19 vaccine for people with weakened immune systems. Specifically, people who have underlying medical conditions or are receiving immunosuppressive therapies, such as chemotherapy, may not be fully protected with just 2 doses of the vaccine. Therefore, these people should receive a 3rd dose of the vaccine, 2 to 6 months after the 2nd dose. In addition, experts also emphasized, Besides the third dose of vaccine, people with weak immune systems continue to need to take other protective measures such as wearing masks and keeping a safe distance in public places. Add. Pfizer and Moderna vaccines are the two recommended vaccines for those who need a third dose. But if you have previously received 2 doses of AstraZeneca vaccine, you can continue to receive the third dose with this vaccine. NSW reaches 90% of first dose COVID-19 vaccination milestone. More than 90% of NSWers aged 16 and over have now received at least 1 dose of the COVID vaccine. Data released by the federal government on Saturday afternoon confirms 121,514 doses were distributed statewide as of Friday. This means that 90.1% of those 16 and older have at least some protection, with 72.8% currently fully immunized. Nationally, 81.93% of this group were vaccinated and 61.22% were fully vaccinated. After previously saying the state was close to reaching its target, Premier Dominic Perrottet posted a congratulatory message on social media. Mr. Perrottet said, "We have 90% first dose coverage and almost 73% double dose coverage in NSW. 80% is just close. Let's go NSW." Chief Health Officer Kerry Chant also expects the state to hit the milestone tomorrow or Monday. The news comes as the state prepares to reopen at 12:01 a.m. Monday, October 11th, after more than 100 days of lockdown. People who have had 2 doses of the COVID-19 vaccine will be allowed freedoms including going to the gym, restaurants and more than 5 kilometers. At the coronavirus press conference, Mr. Perrottet warned that the state was entering a tough times. "We want to make sure we are open well on Monday," he said. "I want to make a point today, and I'll say it again tomorrow, it's going to be a tough time as we open up." He also said the number of cases and hospitalizations is expected to increase. Of course, we'll see as NSW expands, the number of cases increases and the number of hospitalizations increases. That's a natural part of being open. We're going to learn to live with the virus, but it's important that we keep vaccination rates up.